it's £18 billion from spending cuts and tax rises. Our senior political correspondent Robin Nisbet is in Westminster for us this evening. Good evening to you again, Robert. So is this Labour coming out fighting now?
Document that they were launching, as you say, they call it the Tory Brexit budget, and they imagine what should happen if we do vote to leave the European Union. A government trying to mop up the economic consequences, and they spell out, as you say, billions of pounds worth of tax increases and spending cuts. That's what they say a government would have to do if we were to suddenly enter a recession, which they believe would happen if we were to vote for a Brexit. Now, the fact that Labour has been pushing this will comfort some within the party who feel that the leadership has been a little reluctant. Corbyn has refused to share a stage with the leading Remain spokesperson, David Cameron, and left it to some of his lieutenants to do it, such as Harriet Harman. But there has been some criticism within the party that he hasn't engaged more, despite his warts and all speech, where he argues why he has moved from Euroscepticism to supporting Remain. But some believe it has been rather tepid. And this, as Sky News understands, there are senior members within the Labour Party who are getting concerned. The traditional Labour voters, especially in the Midlands and the North, could be looking to vote to leave. Now, Andy Burnham has been out and about on the battle bus trying to drum up Labour support for Remain, and this is what he said to Sky News a little earlier.
I was one of those who called for a separate Labour-in campaign, and I've been really pleased to see it come together. And you know, colleagues of mine are putting so much effort in, and Jeremy Corbyn has set the lead, made a number of strong speeches saying why it's in the interests of all of us, and particularly in the interests of those who want to protect workers' rights to stay in the European Union.
But Robert, it's not just the In campaign who are banging the drums for working class voters.
That's right. We heard Nigel Farage within the last few hours saying that the Labour vote is key to whether we have Brexit or not. So you've seen Vote Leave and Grassroots, UKIP as well, targeting those traditional Labour supporters, and specifically on the issue of immigration, arguing that untravelled immigration that in effect we have to accept for being members of the EU and having access to the single market is pushing down wages for those traditional Labour voters. So we've seen a lot of activity there. And we've also heard from two backbench Labour MPs who today have come out in favour of Brexit. One of them, the Beast of Bolsover, Dennis Skinner. Another one, John Mann, who you may remember taking on Ken Livingstone over his remarks about Hitler a few weeks ago. This is how he justifies his decision to vote Leave.
It's about what kind of country you want in 20, 30 years' time. And I don't want a country that's got 10 million more people living in it. I don't want the urbanisation that would create. I don't want the loss of quality of life that I think that will result.